Alright, kicking off the first game here between Ahwehawe and Konkwi. We have Ahwehawe playing in Misty Mountains on the bottom left of Izuhara. And on the upper right, Konkwi playing Haradwaith. So, let's see how this one goes. This is a matchup that should be in Haradwaith's favor between the Pavilion and Corsairs. So we shall see how Ahwehawe ends up handling it. Sentry is the tier 1 pick. I mean, the Sentry Tower is pretty much meta this patch for sure for the tier 1 on the spellbook end. I honestly think ever since we nerfed Dry Spell that people do not go for Dry Spell that much. Because Horn and Sentry are just too good. Like, you want the vision against the tunnel factions. You want the eco. It's just so helpful. And then Horn, of course, is just for the harass. So Konkwi over here is doing a 3 farm into Citadel with the 4th farm. And he's going to be using the Sentry Tower to aggro the wargs, and I'm guessing creep with the Corsairs. Or he's going to end up following up with the 2nd unit. Okay, all the way going for the 3rd Goblin Cave at this point. No forward tunnel yet from him on the map. Sending the 1st Goblin Warrior Battalion alone. And yeah, he's definitely trying to creep for sure. It is convenient because, like, the Corsairs get pillage, so, you know, that's a good 2-for-1 right there.
We answer to the Lord of Waves.
Okay, 4 Goblin Caves.
My warriors serve the Dark Lord.
Ooh, firebombs? No, he's got them in melee, okay. These guys are going to be firebombs, that's good.
Corsairs of Umbar, here for some plunder.
Okay, they're both equal on CP. Konkwi's got Ahwehawe kind of chilling in his base right now. Again, there is no forward tunnel by Misty at this point, which is a big deal. The most forward tunnel they have is right over here. So Frozen Waste was burned in Misty's own base, so they're not going to have that for, like, harass. So if Konkwi can defend pretty well, it's going to be good for him. Again, still equal on CP. Ahwehawe continuing to expand rapidly with the forward tunnels. The one thing to really remember about Corsairs is that they don't have, like, a line of sight on the firebomb, so it's really easy to defend your own farms with them. Which is something I have seen this patch, people doing that pretty well.
We answer to the Lord of Waves.
Okay, 6 points, so spellbook-wise, they're both equal. could do pretty well with the caravan in the back of the base at this point.
Corsairs of Umbar, here for some plunder.
Just kind of prepare for that like late game. Where did he drop that? He dropped over here. Nice. Okay. Now, one thing Ahwehawe did here is that he did it pretty well. He put the tunnel against the rocks, and you can't really get in behind here. You can only be in the front. And that's a pretty good placement by him. Ahwehawe is using they are coming 625 CP to 725. So Konkwi with the map control too at this point. And we got fourth man of darkness. Ahwehawe pivots, moves his troll destroyer out of the way. Very nice. But Ahwehawe does get a builder. Oh, pavilion's coming in. Very nice. I think it's slightly a little late on the pavilion. Because Misty has so much CP at this point. That means their economy is pretty good. They've got the goblin capacity for spam. They're going to get more goblin archers out for the quick pivot. And you want to kind of get Misty early with the scorpions. Or even at least the carrion feeders. Only when it makes sense, though. I mean, the structure does cost 800, but at this point in the game, might be a little bit tight because Ahwehawe's already got the goblin archers here. Kind of anticipating that, I would say. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about with that Corsairs not having line of sight on the firebomb. The archers would have to move around and like reposition themselves like right here. And they are just able to handle it from that angle. Carrion feeder is going after the troll destroyer. President waste buffing the goblin archers gets rid of the feeder. And yeah, he's gonna save that troll destroyer. And here comes the wereworm. That's going to be a big deal here, getting the Citadel and probably this Haradwaith outpost. That's a big deal. 850 CP for Misty, 475 for Harad, yeah. I would agree to an extent that this is a very strong spell with path. You got the buff, you got the summon, you got like the structure, like crowd control. It's like such a big deal. Looks like he's getting that farm. And he's calling GG. So game one there goes to Ahwehawe. Just gotta adjust the scoreboard like usual. Okay. All right, kicking off game 2 over here between Ahwehawe and Konkwi. We have Ahwehawe playing a Rivendell and Hollin, going up against Konkwi playing as Lothlorien. So let's see how this one goes. Now, if someone is like really superb with bounders, it is very painful to defend from bounders if, you know, the player is really good about repositioning constantly and just continuing to hit the farms. But we do happen to see Konkwi going for the fast garrison here. Likely to see him follow up with the pike and go creeping. Now, what is Ahwehawe going to be doing? I know that he's been really feeling Rivendell in terms of just being able to like play it. So we see he's gone for a 3 farm, 4 farm. Hobbit encampment's coming up first. I imagine Ahwehawe's probably going to creep first with Rivendell. And yeah, he's going to creep first. So both players taking it slow on the initial. He's going to creep this. I wonder if he was totally expecting the player to go from like this warg layer to that warg layer. I kind of like to go from like here over to here, so I totally get that. And Ahwehawe coming in with the Dunedain Gathering next. Pretty standard from Rivendell. He's got archers coming out. Pike and sword meeting up in the middle. Horn buff is always picked. Bounders meeting up with the pikes. Slightly a rough gathering positioning, in my opinion. Because he's just going to end up sitting in front of the exit point. And, oh, yeah, he got a nice clump there. Ahwehawe deletes his farm. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt Ahwehawe a lot, losing this Dunedain Gathering that quickly. And he's actually got his bounders, unfortunately, going towards the troll. Oh man, that is literally going to suck, losing that Dunedain Gathering so early like that. I mean, it looks like they're doing alright, but maybe... Yeah, okay, he's got the rangers coming out. He didn't lose any. He didn't lose a single ranger member on that exit though. That's a big deal for him. And he saves his gathering. He's got the outriders coming next. Now, is he going to keep these at range at all time? Nope, he's converting to pikes. Very nice, okay. He doesn't want to lose them to the Riders of the Night he's aware of. Maybe he's also just going to creep this real fast. Could totally be it. And now we got Reland Townsguard following up. That's going to be pretty tight for Ahwehawe. He needs to clear the pikes ASAP, or it's a decent group right there. Okay, we have a lapse right there with the pike control. Good horn buff. 650 CP to 525. We're taking a moment to creep as well again. Are they gonna split 50-50? Yeah, they're splitting that 50-50. And he's got double gathering now. Okay, Ahwehawe showing up on the north. What's happening in Lorien's base? So just a second garrison now. I think he's had that for a while, since the beginning at least. 10 points for Riv, 10 for Lorien. So pretty even on the trades. No superior advantage on one side or the other. We got Talon coming up, though. Kind of. It's not a bad call. It's just a little risky being on the forward side rather than like putting one here or here. I mean, technically it's pretty good because you are going to be defending a barracks with this Talon getting the unit prod bonus as well, but a forward Talon, just a little risky depending on your position.
Ready for battle.
Okay, always you have to select a tier 2, but Konkwi has gone for Sylvan allies. Yeah, he's got 15 points floating now. I think he's probably gonna do mini meetings and the spellbook heal. Yes, there we go.
Been summoned here to answer the threat of Mordor.
Okay, 625, 775.
Alright, lads, put down your drinks. There's trouble brewing.
Dunedain getting clapped over here in the melee.
Dunedain will fight for you.
2 Outrider battalions is going to put in some work. Spellbook heal and Horn buff. 625, 775 CP. Okay, next Ranger battalion coming out. Pretty good position right now for Rivendell to be in. I would just back away with the Dunedain.
We Dunedain will fight for you.
Ooh, but he did run into pikes down here.
Building supplies are here.
825 to 575 CP. It's got the well. No upgrades on the Talon, so just the basic Talon. Ahwehawe, at this point, Ahwehawe should have grabbed the Elrond's library.
Give us a target.
Not let them build up here.
And who's the first hero? Haradwaith, very nice, okay. 900 CP for Riv.
We will protect the small folk of Eriador.
10 points, so
Our spears will defend the Golden Wood.
I would say, let's see, am I doing the math right? No. Well,
Do not let them overtake
I always
you.
got like a 2-point lead in practice with like between what's been spent and not spent. Okay, deletes that tree.
Defenders of the Shire.
I feel like banners would have been really good for Ahwehawe at some point earlier in
We
the
offer
match.
bows from Lorien. Sylvan sentries, here at your order.
Banners would have been good for Konkwi too. Very likely just to go grab Hall of Fire. I don't think he's going to pivot and get Breath of Manway or... Actually, no, you can't get... You can't get Breath of Manway. It's on the far right. Konkwi's got Rivendell. It's a big deal. As long as he can get some archer back row, that's going to be pretty good. But the Hall of Fire getting that fear and terror resistance. That's a W for Ahwehawe right there.
Our spears will defend the Golden Wood.
Okay, 675, 950 CP for Riv.
They won't see us in there.
Forward well, nice touch.
Hope is not lost.
Sylvan allies in the back of Riv's base, good call. And we got many meetings coming back. I think with many meetings, he may, it's tough to say, he could take out that tree or he's going to drop it here and trying to take out the Talon and the two forward mountain trees. Slightly difficult to
Pathstalkers, reporting
say
for
what he
duty.
might be doing there. Okay, Konkwi's coming back. He's at 700 CP.
Sylvan sentries, here at your order.
Oh, always got Strider too. Very nice. Level 4 Pathstalkers though. And Strider is now level 2. Geldor is also on the field. 800 CP, 700. I would just leave them here at the well.
Strangers from lands, friends.
Losing this space will feel bad, but always got it pretty defended with the Hall of Fire. And he's going straight for the Talon, I'd imagine.
Autofeed. No.
Okay, Rumil's dead. Strider's trying to chase the Cav. And he's buying border fences. Eagles have just landed from Lorien.
Sentries.
Give us a target.
Yeah, 550 CP for Lorien, 850 for Riv.
They're coming straight for us.
Goldar level 3, Halberd level 5. Konkwi calls GG. Well played, well played. Alright, kicking off the final game here between Ahwehawe and Konkwi. We are on Egladil. And we happen to have Ahwehawe playing as Isengard, going against Konkwi playing as Woodland Realm. So, this matchup is Woodland Realm favored, but depending on how Isen plays it, it can be pretty halfway in my books. I would say it's more 50-50 if the players are rather even and they figure out what they can do in the play-by-play. This is a large map though, so that means Isen's going to have some pretty good space to do what they need to do on the other hand, and not worry about early Sylvans rushing them or like early Faradir. But we do see Konkwi kicking off with the Faradir. Maybe he's going to be capturing the signal fires. I know people have been doing that a lot this league season with the Woodland Realm, basically opening with the farms and getting Faradir and going around to capture the signal fires. I think Machu was the first person to really do that, and everyone kind of just like thought that was pretty good. Double clearing from Konkwi. And Ahwehawe opening up with Warg Riders. Okay, so he's going to be forcing Woodland Realm to go for a level 2 clearing pretty quickly. And we see that Konkwi is making a Sickle Thayer unit. Maybe he's going to upgrade this clearing. And he's going for double sword at this point. So Ahwehawe's going to definitely have a pretty good opener here.
Sylvan Wardens.
And we have Hidden
Standing
Sentries as the tier 1 spell.
Sylvan Wardens. Standing ready.
And is he going to get that first Faradir? Yep. Okay. Very nice. The Hidden Sentry summon, on the other hand, is chipping away at the Wildman coming straight out from the clan setting. Yeah, it would have been pretty ideal if he turned the clan setting around to kind of avoid that. Okay, Woodland Realm's got that signal fire. Yeah, so they've got one signal fire. It looks like maybe Konkwi was trying to build a farm there, but then the Warg Riders showed up, and I think he may have canceled it. I could be wrong. Sylvan Outriders here.
Sylvan Spears. Awaiting your command.
400 CP to 500.
Sylvan Wardens, standing ready. Sylvan Spears, awaiting your command.
Double War Grab Battalion. Yeah, I mean, the map being this big is really giving Isengard the freedom to not have extensive Sylvan Sword and Pike harass early enough to disrupt the warg transition, or technically just like throwing in the wargs
Sylvan Spears,
in general
awaiting your
gameplay.
command.
Oh, and he does lose a builder. That's an early builder kill. That's rough.
Quick, kill them.
He's going on the clan setting. Not the clan setting, I'm sorry, the Sylvan Clearing. He bought torches. He used the horn buff.
Does the Elven King need something built?
Sylvan
They're
Wardens
500
standing ready.
CP, 600. Oh my god, that'd be really, really unlucky if we lost another builder. Okay, third clearing coming in. Is Ahwehawe playing just with, yeah, he's playing with 2 clearings and the War Grider pit. 650 CP,
Sylvan Wardens,
450.
standing ready.
Oh, is he got? Nope. Okay, he got the builder out. Some close calls here. $825 to $525. Okay, it looks like he's trying to finish the job. He just bought banners on it for his Wildman. Where is that forge of his? It's right here. Turbine from Dunlin helping out. I mean, even like spellbook wise, they're both pretty like
Sylvan Rangers,
evenly
ready
paced.
for your orders.
Ooh, that's the builder death. Another one. Good work value for Ahwehawe today. I don't think Sharku's on the field either right now. That's going to be a decent push here. He's making a well. I think, yeah. If that well was maybe earlier, so he wasn't having to like wait. And Good pike position right though. Good pikes. And here's Sharku. He's gonna get the builder, very nice. Okay, Konkwi calls GG there, it looks like. Okay, so 3-0 on them.